Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So today's going to be my weekly decoration using the Planners Anonymous Picnic in the Park kit. I have tried a couple of different techniques in this one, which I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy, but that might take a little bit longer than some of my normal videos. So if you want to grab yourself a cup of coffee now and maybe some bicky so you can sit down and enjoy this, then I really hope you do. So just stay tuned and I'll show you how this one all came together. So I'm going to try and use some techniques this week that I don't use all that often. And I know I'm a bit slack with the Planners Anonymous boxes because we get such wonderful things in here. And sometimes I just don't use them. So we're going to deliberately try and use the stamps and the sequins. So I've already had a bit of a play with some of this and unfortunately already ruined some of this, but that's all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put my flipper this week in the middle and it's going to flip like this. The front's going to have exactly what it's got there. Mark on there, which is going to annoy me. It's alright, it's going to get cut and get covered up in a minute anyway. The front's going to have the flowers and then it's going to have the stamps with the shaker. It's going to have a little shaker on there. And the back's going to have all my footy details and a couple of lists and bits and pieces like that. So this is about a third of the page. I'll just grab another bit just so you guys can see how much that is. It's about a third of the page. I just happened to damage the rest of it or ruin the rest of it. So rather than cutting up a brand new piece, I'm going to use what I've got left. So I'm going to jump into the stamps. I'm going to grab this one here with the frame. So it looks like a Polaroid. That's kind of the theme, not the theme, but something that they've done a lot in this box. So I'm going to put that on my acrylic block. Then I'm going to grab, this is just a bit of scrap mixed media paper. I just bought it from Officeworks. It didn't cost me too much, but it's just got a bit of texture to it, not too much. But it feels a bit thicker than normal paper. And so we're going to use the stamp to make two bits, which we're then going to turn into our shaker. So we're going to start off with some ink. I'm going to try not to get my fingers all through it. Ink that up nice and good. Can I just say I love this ink. Best ink pad I've ever had. Just going to stamp that one down. Just making sure we've got a good stamp. There we go. And then we're going to grab a piece of scrap paper and do another one. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to make a mask so that we can make this a bit bigger. So we'll mark this one out. Doesn't matter if this one's not perfect, because we're going to ruin it anyway. I hate that with stamps. They always get stuck. Not always, but I seem to get them stuck. Not very good with using stamps yet. Anyway, so I'll just cut this one out. We're just going to cut it out a little bit roughly. Not really rough. We need to get round or get the basic shape that we're masking off. But it doesn't matter if you're not particularly nice around the corners. Hey Jet. I'm going to put that one down just there. So it's going to mask off what we've already got. If you did want to be really careful with that, you could also like just washi tape that down. I'm not so worried about it. So far it's been pretty good when I've been practicing. We just want to put this just off to the side so it sort of looks like it's poking out from behind. And there we go. She looks perfect. So that little masking bit can go in the bin. You don't need that anymore. Just make sure whenever you use stamps that you just wipe off the ink before you put them away. So I'm just grabbing some baby wipe. I don't like these cold ones as much as I like my Woolworths ones. I think I've stretched it a couple of times. So just always wipe it off. I always get unscented ones. They're fragrance free, they're alcohol free, and that way they're not going to damage my stamps. So just put that one back. I'm going to do a couple more stamps yet, so we won't put the ink away and we won't throw away that baby wipe because we might still use it. So what we're going to do now is cut this out, and we're going to cut this out with just a very small gap around the outside of the line, trying not to touch it if we can avoid it. apparently I can't. Excuse Jet, he's seen the cat. And then we've got our little photo frames. So what we're going to do from there is we're going to grab our craft knife, and I want to cut out, actually before we do, just a little deform bit with the stamp. It just always leaves a little spot there, so I'm just tidying that up so it looks like the full line. So then I'm just grabbing the knife and I'm just going to cut out this bit and this bit, and that's going to become our shaker. So I'm just going to do that freehand because the stamp's already a bit not perfect. It's got those wobbly sort of lines to it. You can kind of get away with it with the knife if you don't do a straight line. And then just to finish it off, there's just a couple, first of all, just missed that little spot, so we can fix that. Just a couple of points where the lines don't meet up. I'm just going to fix that up. The really good thing is with this pen especially, you can't really tell where you've done it if you're a little bit careful, so you don't notice it. And then we're going to grab a piece of plastic. So this is an offcut. What this is it's just a waterfall photo fuse sleeve bit that I've just happened to cut up to use for different things. You could use any kind of clear plastic you've got. If you've got acetate, you can use acetate. Or if you have a old scrapbook page protector, that's another really good way to use ones that perhaps are a little bit old and not so nice. So we're going to grab some glue tape and a piece of scrap paper so I don't get sticky stuff all over this. And you just want to go to town all over this frame. You want to get as much glue on here as you possibly can. And you make sure you do the middle bit as well. And then grab that plastic and just mount that on there. And just make sure she's stuck down. And then all you need to do is just go around the outside with your scissors and just cut off all the excess. Trick that you can do if you're having issues that some of it's still sticking at the top or sticking out from underneath the frame, you can actually get your scissors in behind it and cut it even lower, because it's really just needing to be in behind there. You could cut this a little bit smaller even if you wanted. You just try and sort of flick it open, get your scissors in there and then cut it that way. Hope that makes sense. That's pretty good for mine, so I'm happy with that. Then we're going to grab our page back in again. And we're going to grab some double-sided foam tape. Any kind will do. This one's from Express It. I really hate that spot. I need to fix it. I'm just going to rub that a little bit, which isn't going to help. Righto, I'm going to ignore it. It's going to get covered anyway. So what we need to do now is we need to grab a little bit of foam tape. I sort of go with that sort of amount. It's about 6 centimeters. And then what I do, because these are such small sort of frame edges, I cut this into thirds so that I can still have a good connection, as in it'll stick really well to my page, but I don't have such a wide bit of foam, which then means it doesn't actually get stuck to the sequins quite as much. So you just need to place this around the edges of your shape. We'll have a little bit of excess along the way, but just cut that off. What you need to do is try and make this as much of a closed off box as you can, because your sequins won't fall out if it's all solid. The foam tape has a bit of give to it, so it will allow you to bend it like I just did there. So just keep that in mind when you're sticking them down. Ryan just asked why I was pulling the double-sided tape off first. It wasn't that I was trying to, it was just falling in that way anyway, so it was just easier just to get it off while I was doing it. I'm just grabbing another piece of scrap paper. I'm just tearing it off. I'm just turning this into a little funnel. And I'm just gonna stick it down with some washi tape. Any kind of washi tape will do, but just because I've got this handy, I'm just gonna use a bit of this one. Handy, she says, and then she can't find the end. So I'm gonna put that down on the top there just so that I can stick my frame down and still have a way to get in to put my shaker bits in. I'm just going to place that there. I'm just pushing it very lightly along the bottom and the sides so that that's going to fall in. And we should have enough give here to be able to just pour some of these in the funnel and then pull it out. Bit. Giving it a bit of a shake. Nothing coming out the bottom, that's a good start. Got a little bit too much in there, but that's alright. Oh, look, went straight back in. I just don't have quite enough of those little flowers, so I just want to put in a couple. Okay, go down. And then while you don't have anything in the way, just push that down to seal it all the way around. There we have our little shaker. Oh, that looks so cute! I'm so proud. Right, we have our shaker. Hooray! Your little funnel can go in the bin. You only need it for a couple of seconds. So then what we're going to do, just to make sure that this is almost ready, we still need to decorate a little bit more, but just to make sure that it does go exactly where I want it to in my planner, on my planner page. Just going to grab this, put it where I want it, and just mark up on the back where I'm going to put my holes and where I'm going to cut off the excess, because there's a little bit too much longwise on here. Longwise, is that the word I want? So just marking all my holes. Could have done this obviously before you put the shaker thing on there, but I didn't think of that. So just cut off the excess. Doesn't matter if it's not 100% like right on the edge, right on, you know what I mean. The exact same size as your planner page, but as long as it's the general sort of bit, and then you just punch your holes in. And there we've got our big flipper, not little flipper this week, big flipper, all ready to go with our gorgeous little shaker. Now this next part is completely optional, you don't have to do it, but I'm just going to stamp out a couple of the cute little animals that come with this stamp kit and colour them in and use them to decorate along the sides. I just think it looks really, really cute. So I'm just grabbing that bit of mixed media paper that I had before. I'm going to do this in super fast because otherwise you guys are going to get bored sitting and watching it. So I'm just going to grab my stamp pad and my little cute critters and stamp them out, and I'll be back in a sec to show you how I'm going to colour them in. Grabbing my tombos. I'm slowly collecting these. It's not a good collection, but anyway. And we're just going to colour these in using watercolory kind of techniques. I'm not very good at this, so please don't follow my lead when it comes to this, but I'll just sort of show you very basically what I'm doing here with this rabbit, and then I'll colour the rest of them in really fast. So I'm just colouring it in first with this colourless blender. And then I'm grabbing, I want him to be a cool grey bunny. I'm grabbing this grey, and then I'm just colouring him in at the bottom and just blending it up. So I put a little bit of the grey at the bottom where I want him to be the darkest, and then with the blender just pulling that colour up. You might need to put a little bit more on here because it is a very light grey, but you can just slowly build the colour up. So take as long as you like with this so that you get the result you want, but it's just about playing with it. The ink will bleed a little bit, it'll still look great. And what I do just to make sure that it doesn't bleed too much, so just grab just a plain tissue and just dab it off so that it doesn't bleed too badly. The other thing you can do if you wish to, grab a little bit of that scrap plastic that we had. So I've got just a little bit sitting here anyway. Put a little bit of the pen on there, pick it up with the blender, and then you can blend it straight onto the rabbit as well. So I know that's a little bit hard to see with the grey. You get a better idea of when I do it with the blue for the bird. So I'm going to go ahead and colour these in, and you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. And I'll see you when I'm finished. Alright, so all my little birdies, ducks and rabbit, are all coloured in. I really like playing with the tombos. I realise I'm not very good at it yet, but I really enjoy the finish that it comes out with. So then all I'm going to do is just cut these out. I'm just fussy cutting them. I don't know yet which ones I'm actually going to use, but just really love the stamps in this box. I think they're really, really cute. And I wanted to try and get as much out of them as I possibly could. If you guys want to see a full video on the tombos and sort of what I've been doing with them, just let me know and I'll get that done reasonably soon. I won't say right away, but reasonably soon. Like I said, I just play with them. I'm probably doing it wrong. I probably have no idea what I'm doing. I'm certainly no artist. I suck at drawing, but I can colour in. So that's sort of where I fall in love with the tombos, because you don't have to be really good at drawing. A lot of people use them for brush lettering, and I'm really not good at that either. But for colouring in, you can get some really cute effects, especially with this bunny, because you're so cute. Okay, with all of them cut out, I'm just going to grab this one back, and I'm just going to find a spot on the edge of the frame for some of these to sit. Not all of them, it'll just be whichever ones I think look cuter. Do that. So then just grabbing in that piece of scrap paper that we had before, which is now under all my tombos. And then just putting some glue tape on the back of these and sticking them down. You could use a sticker maker if you wanted to, but just because there's only a couple of them and it's a bit easier anyway. Doesn't matter if you go over the plastic either, because you've got plenty of glue on here, it'll stick nicely. And it sort of just gives it a little bit more dimension. I'll leave that little one off and I'll see if I can put him on later. And there we've got our little shaker with some gorgeous little stamps. Now I guess we better get on to actually doing stuff on our planner pages, better we? Feels like I've been doing that the whole time. I have been doing that the whole time. I'm just going to put my board down on the ground. I'm going to grab our actual pages up. And we're going to start off with some absolutely gorgeous washi tape. Very boring way to do this, but I just cannot get over how gorgeous this washi tape is. So we're going to do the thick one all along the bottom, and then I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use the pink or if I'm going to use the banners at the top, but we'll give it a shot first. So we'll start off at the bottom. Got sticky stuff everywhere again. So I'm going to put that right down on the bottom, probably actually a little bit lower than that. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it right on the bottom so that there's no white gap. Oh, so cute. And then just cutting off the excess. Okay, and then at the top, do I want to put this gorgeous pink, or do I want to use the banners? What I am going to do though is I'm going to cover up where it says April. So I'm just going to do that with white out or just correction tape. No, the way I had it the first time. I haven't tried doing this before, so I'm not sure if it's going to work. Yeah, you're not going to tell. So I'll put that all along the top. General gist done. Let's start getting into actually getting some of this stuff in. So as you can see, I'm very, very busy in the next couple of weeks, but that's okay. Let's grab some stickers and some stickers. Do you want to use die cuts? I don't know. Just getting everything out that I think I might need so I don't have to keep going into the box. So I know I want to cover up my days of the week. Grabbing those stickers out first, and we'll put them in before we put in the others. So I'm going to use all of the yellow ones with the flowers. So instead of using the picnic rugs, I'm going to use just the flower ones. And then I'm going to put down the green ones all the way next to them, and then I'm going to put little dots. I'll put in some of my dot date covers as well. So I'll just do the Monday and show you how that'll look, and then I'll go ahead and do it all super fast. So we've got the Monday with the little flag. And then I'm going to grab, as you can see, I have a lot of numbers. I kind of collect them. Grab those ones. These ones are Heidi swapped ones, I think. Oops. Need another one. I don't have any 2s left. Thankfully I have like 100 of these. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all the numbers down with the days of the week, and I'll be back in just a sec. So days of the week are all down. Got Easter Monday in there. Now we need to start putting in all the other bits and pieces. I'm going to go ahead really fast and do my footy stuff on the back of here, because I'm going to do that just a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so they're all written out on here. The thing I want to do, just to add a little bit at the top, I left a gap on purpose because I want to use this gorgeous die cut with the banner. So again, you could put this through your sticker maker if you want to, just because I haven't got it out and I've already kind of got my glue tape out. I'm just going to do it with glue. So I'm just going to stick that down. Now you've got to be a little bit aware that you've got your shaker on the other side. Just don't push too hard. There we go. And then just at the bottom, I can find the sticker I want. I'm going to grab this banner sticker with the green, just putting that at the bottom, as close to the middle as I can get it, because I'm really bad at knowing where the middle is. And then I'm just going to write it in grey, and I'm just going to write round 3 in here. Actually looks kind of cute. And I would use this bird quite happily, but I just think there's a bit too much red in this side already. And then just at the bottom, just to add in something else, I never use these stickers either, so I thought I'd use it this time, if I can find where she went. Where are my boxes? You could use this at the bottom for another to-do list. I'm going to put a couple of to-dos down the side anyway, so where is it? There it is. I'm going to grab this one here that says happiness is fresh air and good friends. I'm just putting that at the bottom. There we go. And then the front stays exactly as it is. Like there's nothing, no lists being added there. It's just going to stay exactly like that. So I've got all my footy details on this side and then an extra little sticker. Like I said, you could put 2 boxes down there and use that as like a to-do section, but I'm not going to. Righto, so now I'm going to really quickly put in all these little bits. For any day that I've got off, which are these, I've got Tuesday and Wednesday off, I'm going to put a little pillow and I'm just going to write day off. On those days, I'm also going to add a couple of to-do boxes. I'm going to use these ones. No, I'm not. I was going to use the flower ones, but I'll use the ones with the pillow. Put that one there. And then I might put one of the other sort of more square boxes underneath it. Doesn't matter if it goes all the way down the side. I have enough sort of going on to be able to cover that all up. And the boxes don't necessarily have to be for the day that you're doing stuff. They can be for anything that you need to. So my day off can go over there. My to-dos can go in here. I'm going to grab this pink one here that says today. I'm just going to put it just at the bottom and then just write in what I've got on in the afternoon, which is I'm going to a kikki.k workshop. I'm very excited. Sometimes it feels like there's just too many pages. No, we'll use blue. Just grab this one here that just says reminders. Alright, there's me a couple of cutey little bits and pieces on this side, I think. Oops, I lost a page. I really don't want to do the ice cream truck. I don't know what about it I don't want, but I just don't feel like the ice cream truck fits in here. I'm just going to grab this one that just says find joy in the ordinary. Pull it out carefully. Put that right in the middle there. Not going to be doing much on Monday anyway, so it's fine. I'm just going to grab this cute little bunny. Put him there too, because it is still Easter Monday. And then just have to finish off the other side. So I want to put this gorgeous box here. Cover up the bits and pieces down the bottom here with this odds and ends, just to add things if I need to. I'll use this green box to be my expected mail box. I love using this as I love having my expected mail in here. It just keeps me very on track with what's coming and what's not. Don't know why, but I'm dying to use this circle, and I just want it somewhere. got to put these last couple of bits in. Got birthdays and other little things. I'm going to use the bird to put my birthday in. And then just to put the work ones in, I'm going to use these little squares. I'm just going to put them in on this side. I nearly forgot about it. Nearly forgot my hair appointment. Nearly, not quite. I did have a hair sticker. I'm sure I did. There, while I'm here with all these stickers, we'll put in my other ones. We'll stay with the green, I think. I don't know what day I'm going to the gym yet, so I'll leave that for now. I'm going to put that in the box, just because I can. I know it'll either be, actually, I know it's going to be on Wednesday, because that's the only day I've got time for it, so I'll just put it on Wednesday. And there we go. I think we're done. Still a couple of little bits and pieces to go in, especially the back half of the week, but because my back half of the week is a little bit quieter, it's missing something just there. Just missing something just there. I'm gonna put this cute little duck. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I think it's very busy, yes, but I think it works. I think it all comes together really nicely. I love that flipper. I love that shaker. And I just really wanted to use some techniques this week that I don't usually use, and that's using the shaker and using the stamps, because I tend to forget they're there, which is horrible. The stickers are my favourite part. The washi tape's not far behind. Everything else kind of gets forgotten about. So I'm going to try and use them a little bit more with these kits especially, so that you guys can see exactly what you can get out of them. So hope you guys did enjoy this one. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything. You can find me on any of my social media links. They're all down below. Let me know what you think of it and how you would use this maybe differently to how I did. Let me know if I could have done the shakers in a different way, or maybe let me know how the flipper could have been different. I really didn't want to do the flip out on the sides, because I know I've done that for you guys before, so I didn't want to do that twice. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week, and I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.